And now on to the starting lineup for today's featured match versus the Hillside Comets with a record of 1-6 and 0-4 in the UCC Mountain Division. Under head coach Janiyah Sims. Starting, number 14, Kimura West. Number 1, Precious Ominachi. Number 3, Taylor Trick. Number 12, Sanaya Allen. And number 24, Suhaila Allen. And now your starting lineup for the Highlanders. Starting at guard, number 15, Kira Palazzi. At guard, number 4, Mia Ferdman. At guard, number 22, Chelsea Kieswetter. At forward, co-captain, number 23, Maria D. Pasquale. And at forward, our other co-captain, number 21, Sarah Katch-Derinci. Your Governor Livingston Highlanders. Now let's honor and respect our country by standing and playing for the playing of our national anthem. Head coach, Chris Eckert. Assistant coach, Rob Rip.
Welcome back. Hopefully you enjoyed the starting lineups from the PA announcer. Head coach, I forgot to mention for Hillside, is Janiyah Sims. Our officials today are Tanisha Cooley and Kellyanne Josephson. So thank you to them for helping us out today. Special shout out to GLTV and GLHS Sports Zone for sponsoring this broadcast, as we are just about set to get underway here from the Blue Gym at Governor Livingston High School, as the crowd still starts to file in here. What are we thinking for this game? Obviously Hillside coming in with a relatively weak record, and the Highlanders coming off a win, with Mia Ferdman dropping, I believe, 27 points in their last game. So it should be a strong outing today.
Yeah, this outing is going to be absolutely very strong for our Highlanders, including the fact that, yes, Mia Ferdman did drop 27 points in our last game. So I'm expecting a lot of buckets and a lot of fast open lane breaks.
And it looks like we're going to have number 24, Allen, is going to be jumping. Suhaila Allen is going to be jumping with Sarah Katch-Derinci in the middle to get this game underway. And here we go. The ball is up, and the tip is won and controlled by Ferdman. It's going to be Palizzi bringing the ball up for the Highlanders. Palizzi up top, left side, Key Sweater, back reverse to Palizzi. Right side, Ferdman, back up top. Polizzi wasn't ready for it, but she got it anyway. Right side, Ferdman, third about a three. Bounce pass inside Castrovinci. And it's going to be a held ball called by the officials, and it's going to be Hillside ball going the other way. So it's going to be Precious O taking the ball up for Hillside. And she's going to be met by a high. Oh, I take that back. It's going to be a man-to-man set here for the Highlanders. Left side, 14. That's going to be Weston. It's going to be a mid-range jumper for O, and that's going to be no good. Save by Allen, and it's going to be controlled by O. It's going to go back up top to Tripp. It's going to be swung back, Allen, to Weston. Weston's going to go back up top, Tripp. Back to Allen. Thought about going to O, but now it's going to be Allen at the top again. Allen's going to settle for the three. It's going to be no good off the front of the rim, and there's going to be an over-the-back foul called on, it's going to be Chelsea Keysweater as she went over the back of Precious O, who's trying to get the offensive rebound.
There's a lot of good defense there, but all in all, they just kept making shot opportunities for them.
As the ball stolen by Ferdman on the inbound, and she's going to get it to Deepa Squall, who's going to get it to Polizzi and bring the ball up for the Highlanders. Minutes gone by, no score yet. Left side, Keysweater, back up top, Polizzi, right side, Ferdman. Ferdman's going to bounce pass it into Castrovinci. Castrovinci goes back to Ferdman, but she's fouled on the pass as she was hit from behind. As you might have heard from the PA, foul goes against number 12, Sanaya Allen, her first, team first. Ferdman's going to be the trigger into Castrovinci, back up top to Deepa Squall. Deepa Squall's going to swing it to the corner for Ferdman. Ferdman, three ball, no good short as it's going to be rebounded and controlled, and Precious O is going to bring it up for Hillside. 6:42 to go, first quarter. Left side, Allen. It's going to be O up top. Right side, Tripp. It's going to be reversed back up to Allen. Allen, too many steps there as she tried to step into a three. And that's going to be a turnover for Hillside as it's going to be Highlander ball. I assume we're going to be seeing a lot more of that from them today as, you know, I haven't looked at their scores, but a 1-6 record is not something to be proud of coming into a game like this. It's going to be Ferdman bringing the ball up. She's going to go to Deepa Squall, who's going to shoot the three ball. She's going to miss short as it's going to be controlled by Precious O, and O's going to bring the ball up. Lazy pass is going to be picked off by Ferdman. Ferdman's going to bring it up for the Highlanders. Reverses back to Polizzi, waits for her to get over half court. They're going to go inside to Castrovinci. Castrovinci puts it on the deck, puts up the layup, and it's going to be no good. Tries to go for her own rebound, and it's going to be Highlander ball as it was deflected out of bounds by number 1, Precious O. So no score yet, 5:58 to go, first quarter. Bounce passes into Polizzi, I apologize. Back up top, Polizzi from Ferdman. It's going to be left side, Keysweater. Back up top, Polizzi. Right side, Ferdman. Ferdman, three ball. Good for Mia Ferdman as she gets this game going with a three. Coming off a strong performance in her last game with 27 as she drains the first points of the game and for the Highlanders for three.
Just a great shot opportunity and well open.
So it's going to be Tripp. She's going to be double teamed, and they're going to call a jump ball. So that's going to be Highlander ball after the first one was controlled by Hillside. So the Highlanders get the ball back here after taking a 3-0 lead in the opening quarter. 5:32 to go in the first quarter. Polizzi's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. She's picked up by Allen, Sanaya Allen. Sorry, I apologize, Suhaila Allen. I'm going to get them confused a little bit. It's going to be reversed over cross court to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to be fouled by, I believe, that's number 12, Sanaya Allen on the foul.
Just a very sloppy foul. Just had no reason whatsoever to make that foul.
So 5:15 to go as that's going to be Yasmin Scruggs checking into the game for Taylor Tripp. Polizzi's going to have the ball up top as she goes left side Ferdman. Ferdman rips to her left, goes up for the layup. Reverse layup, no good but a foul underneath as she's going to head the line and shoot 2 free throws. 5:09 to go, 3-0 Highlanders. That's going to be... Foul's going to be charged against Precious O. That's the third team foul for the Highlanders. So Ferdman's going to be shooting 2 from the line here as she has the chance to add 2 more points onto her 3 and extend the lead to 5 as she makes the first. So 4-0, 5:09 to go, first quarter. Highlanders are out in front as the second one rattles out, controlled by Precious, and she's going to be pressed by Key Sweater and Castrovinci, but she's going to get by it. Oh, pushing. Oh, dumps it off to Scruggs. Scruggs, 2-ball, no good, short. It was a long 2, and Ferdman got the rebound. She's going to get to Key Sweater, and Palizzi's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. Palizzi dribbling on the left side. She's picked up by number 14, Weston. Screen set on Weston by Castrovinci. Dribbles through, 2 steps, puts up the layup, no good. Picked up and rebounded by Allen. Allen's going to bring it up herself. And she puts up a wild shot, controlled by Castrovinci off the rebound, gets it to Palizzi, and they're going to slow things down. 4-0, 4:30 to go, first quarter. So far, some sloppy offense from Hillside as the bounce pass goes inside to Deep Pasquale. Her layup, no good. A lot of contact, no call. As Ferdman gets the ball on the tip, she's going to get it back up top to Palizzi. She's going to go back up top to Ferdman, right side Palizzi. Palizzi bounce pass inside Deep Pasquale. Deep Pasquale layup is good, and it is now 6-0 as Hillside's going to call a timeout. So 4 points for Ferdman, 2 for Deep Pasquale, and a great bounce pass inside from Palizzi as it's 6-0 with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. And it's going to be a full timeout called on the floor, so the players will sit down. So far, a lot of second chance opportunities for Hillside, but they're not able to capitalize on any of them.
Yeah, just by looking at their record, it seems like they're not getting those second chance opportunities and making the most out of them. I mean, as we can see here today, rebound off the glass, put a shot up, and it's either over the backboard or just completely off.
And another thing I want to point out is the Governor Livingston roster, even with their swing players, has a total of 12 players. You look at, Hillside's roster, and I'm counting it now. They have significantly. They have 8 players listed on their roster. They have significantly less players than Governor Livingston. So I don't know if that has a problem with their talent, if that affects their ability to score. But they obviously have their 4 seniors, but I think the rest are freshmen.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to look them up the other day, and I couldn't find a JV team for them. So if I were to infer that they only have a varsity team consisting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors and 3 freshmen.
Actually, I believe Taylor Tripp is a freshman and in the starting lineup, based on the lineup card that I got before the game. So it's going to be Governor Livingston ball after the time, Hillside ball after the timeout. But Governor Livingston's going to be in the press. So Furman's going to guard Weston as she tries to inbound, and she's going to get it into O. And O's going to be doubled, and she's going to throw a wild pass, and Castrovinci is going to save it from going out of bounds and bring it up herself. Looking to get it to a guard here. No substitutions for the Highlanders. Or for Hillside, for that matter. It's going to be back up top, Key Sweater. Key Sweater's going to go back to the right side for Ferdman. Ferdman's going to bounce pass it inside to Castrovinci. Back outside Ferdman. Ferdman, 3-ball, no good long, and it's going to be saved by Palizzi. What a save as Key Sweater gets her hands on it, gets the ball to Ferdman. What a save by Kira Palizzi as she's going to get Castrovinci back down low. Key Sweater's going to get it. Thought about a bounce pass inside. Bounce pass into the corner for Ferdman. Ferdman thought about a 3. No, doesn't take it. Goes back up top, Palizzi. Palizzi's going to go to the left side. Ferdman back to the left side. Deep Pasquale in the corner. She's going to kind of dribble it out and get it back up top to Ferdman, who's going to reverse it to Palizzi on the right. Inside to Castrovinci. And Castrovinci's going to lose it, but it's going to go to Key Sweater. Key Sweater's going to get it up top, Palizzi. And Palizzi is going to be called for the travel after she took 1 too many steps there, trying to control the ball. So it's going to be Weston inbounding as Key Sweater is going to pick her up. It's going to be a high 2-3 set here for the Highlanders as Tripp is back in the game. Maybe went back court there, can't tell. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by Deep Pasquale. It's going to stay Hillside ball after a lazy pass there from Yasmin Scruggs. I apologize. Tripp did check back into the game here for Allen. And it's going to be another turnover for Hillside. So with 3 minutes to go, 6-0, and already a buildup of turnovers for Hillside in this first quarter.
Just very sloppy basketball being played by Hillside right now.
As it looks like Jillian Abbey and Carly Pfeiffer are getting ready to check in. Sorry, Carly Pfeiffer. I messed that up a lot. It's going to be Key Sweater bringing the ball up. She's going to go back to Palizzi. Palizzi's going to drive. Layup, Palizzi. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound secured by Allen. And she's going to outlet it to Scruggs is going to bring it up, trying to make a move on Polizzi, go coast to coast, and put up a wild shot. No good. Never had any help, as the rebound's going to be controlled by Key Sweater. So Polizzi going to bring the ball up. She's picked up by Tripp. She's going to bounce pass, lazy pass, as that ball is going to be deflected out of bounds by Hillside, and it's going to be Highlander ball. 2:27 to go in the first quarter, 6-0. Slow start for both teams, but I expected the Highlanders to come out with a little bit more aggression. But sloppy basketball on both sides so far. Let's see if they can change it up a little bit. So it's going to be left side, Ferdman. Ferdman thought about a three, drove in, pulls it back out. Up top, Key Sweater. Back to Ferdman. Ferdman thought about a three, pump fake, drives. Thought about a reverse. It's going to be Polizzi for three. Polizzi, three ball, no good off the glass, as that rebound secured by O. And O's going to bring it up for Hillside. Left side, Tripp thought about a three. Deepa Squall's in her face. Key Sweater, a steal. A huge... Read that play like a book, as some would say, and she's going to slow things down. She's going to go inside of Castrovinci, who's wide open for two, as she lays it up and in, and the Highlanders are going to press as O has the ball, and she's going to throw a wild pass, and it's going to get to Allen, and Allen's going to be fouled, by Polizzi. But the last game that we called together wasn't for GLTV, but they were missing Chelsea Key Sweater, and they could not get a steal for the life of them, as Carly Pfeiffer and Jillian Abbey check in for Kira Polizzi and Maria DePasquale. So Carly's in the game now with Abbey, as it's going to be another steal for Key Sweater. Key Sweater layup blocked by O as she hit the deck, but good effort there by Key Sweater. Another good steal for her, as it's going to be Tripp on the left side. Key Sweater almost got another one as O takes the three ball. It's going to be rebounded by Key Sweater, and she's going to get it to Pfeiffer, who's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. 1:28 to go first quarter, 8-0 Highlander lead.
Key Sweater's looking really good on defense right now. We'll see if she keeps this up.
It's going to be a bounce pass back up top to Key Sweater, to the right side for Pfeiffer. In the corner, Abbey. Abbey is going to go back up top, Pfeiffer, reverse it to Ferdman on the left side. Ferdman drive, layup is good, and count the basket for Mia Ferdman and a foul. They're going to give her the continuation with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go, as she extends the lead to 10 with a chance for a three-point play. What a take by Mia Ferdman, staying with it after getting bumped on the drive even, and they gave her the continuation for the bucket. So she's going to shoot one free throw.
Foul on number 14, Kimora Watson.
Lane violation. No basket.
And so the basket will not count, as there was a lane violation called on number 4, Mia Ferdman. So she's going to be picking up the inbound for Weston, as Weston throws it away from the inbound. So good defense there, way to recover for the Highlanders. I haven't seen many of those called this year at all in any boys or girls varsity games.
We've been relatively really good with the lane violations. We really haven't had much this year.
And I feel like even if you do, you rarely get it called, as Ferdman gets it stripped away by Tripp, but Pfeiffer gets it back. Pfeiffer mid-range J is good off the back of the rim, as she gets it to go for 2. So we have a 12-0 game here, 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score yet for Hillside, as there's great defense, and it's poked out of bounds by... Oh, it's going to be Highlander ball. Sorry, I apologize. I thought that the Highlanders poked it out, but it's going to be Highlander ball after it's deflected out of bounds by Hillside. Pfeiffer's got it up top. High 3-2 set for the Comets, as Key Sweater gets it. Bounce past the Ferdman in the corner. Inside to Castrovinci. Castrovinci puts it up off the glass and lays it up and in for 2. 14-0, 26 seconds to go in the first quarter, as O's going to bring it up here for Hillside. The Highlanders have picked it up here after a slow start to the game, as they go inside to Allen, and Allen loses it and deflects it out of bounds with 13.2 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Just incredibly sloppy basketball by the Comets here today.
But very patient basketball by the Highlanders, which is something they struggled with early in the year. So Pfeiffer's going to swing it to the left side. We got down to 6 seconds. Clock's down to 5. We're down to 4. Down to 3. It's stolen by O. O has the chance to get the shot off, and the shot will be no good, as she wasn't looking at the clock at all. So that layup at the end will not count. It's going to be 14-0 after 1 for the Highlanders, as they came out with a strong start against a very weak Hillside team.
Yeah, this Hillside team is just coming out with no strength, no sense of defense, and as a matter of fact, the Highlanders almost went into the bonus, because with the new NJSIA rules, it says that once a team gets 5 fouls, the other team now only shoots 2 after that.
Yeah, so what Jaden is referring to here is the rule change. Previously, the rule was after 5 fouls, it'd be a 1-on-1 situation. Once you reach 7 fouls, then it would go to 2 shots. Now they changed the rule to be just 2 free throws after 5 fouls, and a team cannot commit more than 5 fouls in a quarter. So that will reset every quarter, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, it resets every quarter.
So 14-0 after 1 here from the Blue Gym at GL. The Highlanders ladies are out in front. We talk about Hillside not playing super strong, but I want to talk about how patient the Highlanders are being on the offensive end. They're not forcing up shots. They're taking what Hillside gives to them. And I think that's what they have to take out of this. Obviously, it's not a great team that they're going up against, but if they take something away, it has to be their patience today.
Yeah, going back to the first game that we ever called together, it was a scrimmage, and I believe it was against.
I'd like to say Plainfield.
Yeah, like South Plainfield, Dayton. Yes, Dayton. So at that game, if I remember correctly, we were trying to force shots, and we were just moving the ball without knowing what we were getting ourselves into, which caused a lot of last-minute points.
And turnovers as well.
So, yes.
Coach Chris Eckert's going to stick with the same 5, as it's going to be, I believe, the same 5 for Hillside as well. So Weston is going to inbound to O as we get underway with the second quarter. So O goes to the left side for Scruggs. Goes back to inside to Weston. Weston, wild shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Abby as Castrovinci gets it, and she goes to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer gets it back, goes to Castrovinci. Now she goes inside to Abby, and that's deflected out of bounds, and that's going to be Hillside ball after a wild pass there from the top of the key. But I think if they keep with this, this current pace and the patience that they have now, they're in good shape for the rest of this game. Pfeiffer's going to pick up Scruggs, and she's going to get it to Weston. Weston stays in bounds, picked up by Pfeiffer, almost went out as Weston gets it to Key Sweater. Weston got it to Tripp, who shot the 3, and it's rebounded by Key Sweater, who gets it to Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. Ferdman thought about a 3, gets it to Castrovinci in the corner to a cutting Abby, and that's going to be deflected out of bounds by Hillside. It's going to stay Highlander ball as Chris Eckert checks in Ava Feinberg for Chelsea Key Sweater. Number 2, Ava Feinberg, is going to check in for Chelsea Key Sweater, and she's going to get the inbound pass from Castrovinci. Thought about a 3, she's going to pull it back out. She's going to go to the right side, Ferdman. She's going to swing it back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer thought about a 3, and she's going to be called for the travel. She took too many steps on the pump fake. So it's going to be Hillside on the far sideline from where we're sitting. It's going to be Weston inbounding it to Scruggs, Scruggs did not start the game. They started Taylor Tripp over her due to a lack of attendance in practice, actually. So that's a big thing in high school, obviously making your practices. As now it's going to be Tripp that's called for the travel as Polizzi checks back in for Pfeiffer. So yeah, Pfeiffer's going to sit down. Feinberg's going to inbound this ball to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to be picked up by Tripp, and it's going to be Feinberg. She's going to go back to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to get it over half court on her own. She's going to meet a double team. She's going to get the ball to Castrovinci. Castrovinci inside to a wide open Ferdman. Ferdman blew the layup, and it's going to be rebounded by Allen. Allen's going to get it to O, and O's going to bring the ball up here for Hillside.
Wide open layup, just had a little too much on it.
So it's going to be Allen who gets it guarded by Abby. It's going to go back up top, O. O's picked up by Polizzi. Crosses over, makes her move to the middle. Doesn't go anywhere. Gets it to the left corner, Tripp. Tripp gets it back up top to Weston. O has it up top. Screen set by Weston. Gets it back to Tripp. Tripp's got it on the right side. Back up top, O. Left side, Weston. Weston drives, has a wide open lane, layup, no good. I think Abby and Castrovinci may have gotten a piece of it as Kira Polizzi's pushing. Polizzi all the way, layup blocked by, that's her second block of the game, as she definitely got a hand on that one. As Tripp thought about a three, she's picked up by Castrovinci. She's going to pull it back up top to O. Picked up by Polizzi. Left side for Scruggs. Scruggs back up to O. Polizzi's on her, screen set by Weston. Mid-range J for O is no good as that rebound's controlled by Abby, and Polizzi's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. Looks like Maria DiPasquale set to check back into this game as well. Left side for Ferdman. Ferdman, three ball, no good off the glass as Feinberg fights for the rebound with O, and it's saved. Ferdman's going to get it. Ferdman layup, no good. She gets her own miss. And she's going to be fouled, taking the ball back, and it's going to be taken out underneath the basket with 4:57 to go in the second quarter. No scoring yet for either team this quarter. But once again, Hillside has been fouling a lot. They almost, like you said, almost reached the bonus in the last quarter as Ferdman's going to sit down and DiPasquale is going to come into the game. Now, that's going to be Sanaya Allen checking into the game for Hillside. It's going to be Feinberg up top, reverses it back to the right side for Polizzi. Now it's going to be DiPasquale who's going to be doubled. They're going to get it inside Abby. Back up top, DiPasquale, right? Back up top to Polizzi. It's going to be DiPasquale pump fake to the corner, gets it inside to Abby. Abby in the post, gets it to Castrovinci. Feinberg, Polizzi up top. Left side for DiPasquale, thought about a three, gets it to Abby inside, back up top, Polizzi. Left side for DiPasquale. DiPasquale, three is good. Nothing but net for Maria DiPasquale as she gets the first points of the quarter with 4:17 to go. It's 17-0 in favor of the Highlanders.
A lot of passes and just a lot of great shot opportunities by the Highlanders there.
Yeah, like you said, they're staying patient and waiting to get their shot that they're given, and that was a great look there for Marie DiPasquale. She laces the three. So it's going to be Tripp picked up by Castrovinci. 3:59 to go, second quarter. Highlanders up 17-0 as that ball is poked away by Castrovinci, and it's going to be a Hillside ball. Erickson and Donahue are going to check in here for Feinberg and Castrovinci.
Caroline Donahue and Sophia Erickson checking in for the Highlanders.
So it's going to be Sanaya Allen taking the ball out for Hillside as she inbounds it to Tripp, who's picked up by Erickson. Erickson recovers, gets back to Allen. It's going to be a three ball for O as she's going to miss. And that was off the back of the rim as the rebound's controlled by Abby, and Polizzi brings the ball up here for the Highlanders. 3:39 to go, second quarter, 17-0 Highlanders. Right side, Erickson. Dribbles, gets it back up top, Donahue, left side, Polizzi. Polizzi thought about it, pulls it back out, gets up top to Erickson. Back to Polizzi, trying to get it inside to DiPasquale as Abby has it, gets it into DiPasquale. DiPasquale loses it, gets it out to Erickson as it was tipped by Tripp, and that's going to stay a Highlander ball. So we have 3:20 to go in the second quarter, 17-0 in favor of the Highlanders as Polizzi gets the ball from Erickson on the inbound. Foul line, DiPasquale gets it back out, Polizzi, left side for Donahue. Donahue dribbles to her right, gets it to Polizzi. Back to the right side, Erickson. Back up top, Polizzi. Polizzi thought about a bounce pass inside, gets it to Erickson. Erickson thought about the three. Tried to get it to Abby, it was tipped, but DiPasquale got it. Donahue's going to drive, but she took too many steps on the pump fake, and that's going to be a turnover for the Highlanders as it's going to be Yasmin Scruggs checking back into the game for number 24, Suhaila Allen. 2:59 to go, 17-0 ball game in favor of the Highlanders as Scruggs takes it up, guarded by Erickson. Now it's going to be Tripp on the left side, picked up by Erickson. Highlanders in a 2-3 set. It's going to be back up top for Weston. She's going to get it to O on the left side, almost poked away by Erickson. Erickson's going to pick up O. O's going to drive through the middle of the zone, and she's going to be fouled, and the ball's going to be taken out underneath. Foul is going to go against number 5, Sophia Erickson from behind. Her first, team first.
That's her first, team first, second half, second quarter.
As Erickson, Erickson, Donahue, and Abby will sit down for Ferdman, Keysweater, and Castrovinci as they come back into the game. So O's going to get it, shoot the long two ball, and it's going to be no good off the front of the rim for O as it's rebounded by Kira Polizzi, and she's going to bring it up herself. Got by one defender, so now she's picked up by Tripp. She drives into a double team, gets it to Key Sweater up top, gets it to Ferdman. Ferdman has room, thinking about a three, but trying to set up the offense. Left side, Key Sweater. Key Sweater thought about it. Now she's going to go back to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to get it left side, Key Sweater. Key Sweater thought about it again. Screen set. It's going to be a bounce pass to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to go right side, Ferdman. Ferdman's going to rip to her right, and she's going to be shoved by number 12, Sanaya Allen. A really hard foul there by Allen. Looked like full arm extension on that one as Polizzi hit the deck hard.
Yeah, she went down hard. Hope she's okay.
3 ball for Ferdman is no good. Rebounded by O after the inbounds pass. O's going to push. She's got Polizzi to beat. Lays it up and in for the first points of the game for Hillside as 17-2 with 1:52 to go. Highlanders out in front by 15.
First points of the game.
Now it's going to be Polizzi crosses half court by the pass to Castrovinci. Key Sweater's going to have it. Going to reverse it to Di Pasquale. It's going to go inside to Castrovinci. Castrovinci in the post, puts it up. And it's going to be a held ball is going to be the call. And it's going to be Highlander ball as Suhaila Allen's going to check back into the game here for, I believe, her sister. Sanaya Allen's going to sit down. It's going to be a jump ball, so Castrovinci's going to be the trigger underneath the basket as she's going to inbound it to Di Pasquale on the long pass. Di Pasquale's got it up top, picked up by Tripp. They're going to go into the corner for Castrovinci. Thought about a shot, a lot of contact there. She's going to go to Key Sweater. Key Sweater open, gets it to Polizzi inside. Polizzi, floater off the glass, no good. Rebound Allen, and Weston is going to get it to Scruggs, who's going to bring it up for Hillside. Crosses over, spin move for Scruggs, and almost a travel there, but she saves it. It's going to be Weston who's going to Euro step, put up the floater, no good, get her own miss, and she's going to be fouled and shoot 2 shots from the free throw line. Foul is going to go against Sarah Castrovinci. It's the team's second, her first foul of this quarter. 1:11 to go, 17-2 Highlanders out in front.
Weston, shoot 2.
It's going to be Kimora Weston from the line shooting 2 shots as she misses the first one off the back of the rim. So looking at what we can improve on in the second half, obviously we only have 3 points this quarter. That's something I don't think we're paying attention to. So I think Coach Eckert will definitely try to straighten that out as Weston misses both. But got to come out with a little bit more aggression in the third quarter, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. We got to go back to what we were doing in the first. We just got to make passes and create shot opportunities, and off of that, we will be winning this game by much more than 15.
So it's going to be Key Sweater gets it from Polizzi on the right side. She's going to go to the corner for Di Pasquale. Di Pasquale tried to drive baseline. She's doubled. As Chris Eckert is going to call a 30-second timeout to avoid the jump ball situation, which would have gone against his favor.
30-second timeout, 30 seconds.
As he's going to keep the same 5 on the floor here, no subs, but definitely a timeout to avoid a turnover there with the jump ball. So 47 seconds to go, 17-2 Highlanders. Fouls are not a problem for either team. Both teams have 4 timeouts left. As coming up after this game, we have the boys varsity team for GL taking on the New Providence varsity team. That's going to be a very, very intense matchup, a very fast-paced game to say the least.
Our rivalry with New Providence is one of the best in the state of New Jersey, doubtably.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Undoubtedly,
obviously last year, they're going to be coming out with a vengeance this year. Last year they lost on a buzzer beater to another rival, ALJ. And so I definitely think that they're going to be coming out playing aggressive. They don't want to, go home. They want to go home happy this time for sure.
Yeah, and they don't want to go 0-2 on the day because the boys JV team lost to New Providence, I believe 67-44.
As Key Sweater gets the ball back in, she's doubled again, and she's going to be, it's going to be a held ball. I thought she was fouled, but it's going to be a jump ball. So it's going to be Hillside ball with 42 seconds to go, 17-2 second quarter. Weston's going to get the ball into O. O's going to dribble it up herself. She's going to be met by Castrovinci and Key Sweater. She has no help. Got to get it over. Gets it to Tripp. Picked up by Ferdman, and Ferdman's going to get called for the foul as it looked like Tripp just lost the ball there. But 35 seconds to go, 17-2 second quarter.
Number 4, Mia Ferdman, that's her first. Team third.
Third team foul here for the Highlanders Shouldn't be an issue, though, as there's only 35 seconds left in the quarter. As O gets the inbound pass with 34 seconds to go. Weston loses it. It's going to be batted around. It's going to be picked up by Castrovinci. 24 seconds to go for Polizzi. She's going to bring the ball up. Spin move for Polizzi. She's going to go back middle. Get it to Ferdman. Ferdman, they have time for the last shot. They're going to go to the right side for Keysweater. Keysweater back inside to DePasquale. Inside Castrovinci. Castrovinci layup. No good, but a foul, as she's going to be going to the line shooting 2 with 9 seconds to go in this second quarter. Good strong drive there for Sarah Castrovinci, as she's going to be shooting 2 shots here with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Foul on number 24, Suhaila Allen.
As Caroline Donahue looks set to check in here for the Highlanders. As Castrovinci makes the first one, and she's going to replace Maria DePasquale in an effort for rebounding, I believe, and defense. So 9 seconds to go, 18-2. Highlander lead with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Second free throw for Castrovinci is no good off the back of the rim. It's going to be rebounded by Allen. Allen's going to get it to Weston. Clock's down to 6. Scruggs is going to have it stolen by Ferdman, and Ferdman's just going to hold it for the rest. Castrovinci's going to shoot it, but it's going to be nowhere near it, and that's going to be it for the half. So going into halftime, 18-2 in favor. As you probably heard from the PA, it's going to be 18-2 in favor of the Highlanders going into the second half. And we'll be right back after halftime with the third quarter action. Welcome back to Governor Livingston Highlander basketball, as we are coming in with the third quarter of the girls varsity action. The Highlanders are out in front 18-2 going into the second half, as the leading scorers for the Highlanders are Mia Ferdman with 6 points, Maria DePasquale with 5 points, and Sarah Castrovinci with 5 points. So same starting lineup to start the game. As you might have just heard, GL is going to start with the ball, as Polizzi, Ferdman, DePasquale, Castrovinci, and Keysweater are out there for the Highlanders. So it's going to be Ferdman bringing the ball up here for the Highlanders after the Polizzi inbound. Polizzi's got it on the right side. It's going to be down low to Castrovinci, as Weston is going to dive on it, and it's going to be a held ball, and it's going to be Comet ball, as the Highlanders are going to press. It's going to be Sanaya Allen taking the ball out for the Comets, as she gets it into Weston, but it's stolen by Keysweater. Keysweater layup is good. So another steal for Keysweater off the inbound. So 20-2 with not even a minute gone by here. And Chelsea Keysweater already has a steal and a bucket.
Really great shot and really great defensive play.
Wild pass thrown by Weston trying to get to Suhaila Allen. But that's going to be over her head. But Polizzi jumped with her and tipped it, so they're going to retain possession. It's going to be Sanaya Allen inbounding for Hillside. She's going to get it into O, as O's going to go up, put it off the glass, and lay it in. So O has all their points so far this game, as it's 20-4, 7:22 to go in the third quarter. Back to the right side, Polizzi. Back to the left for Keysweater. They got to get it over half court here, as she gets it back to Keysweater. Keysweater's going to go to the corner for DePasquale. DePasquale 3 is no good, but Polizzi gets the offensive board, goes back to DePasquale, to Keysweater, to Ferdman. Ferdman thought about a 3, doesn't shoot it. Goes back to DePasquale on the inside, gets it to Polizzi. Polizzi thought about a 3, but she traveled. Traveled on the pump fakes. That's been the theme of today. A lot of travels on pump fakes today, as the Highlanders have a few turnovers on that.
Yeah, the pump fakes have been faking them out, but we've just been taking one too many steps afterwards.
And there's going to be a foul called on number 4, Ferdman.
Foul number 4, Mia Ferdman, that's her second.
So yeah, foul's going to go into
Second half.
second foul called on Mia Ferdman, as she got a little too physical in the corner on the press. But it's going to be Sanaya Allen inbounding the ball for Hillside, as Gio's going to back the press off a little bit. It's a 2-2-1 for the Highlanders as they get it into O. O's picked up by Keysweater. Now it's a double team with Polizzi and Castrovinci with Tripp. As she went back court, wasn't aware where she was. That's Tripp, went back court, and it's going to be a turnover for Hillside. Great defense there by the Highlanders. 6:50 to go, third quarter, 20-4. Highlanders out in front by 16.
like we kept saying in the first half, there's just been a lot of sloppy basketball played by the Comets here today.
Ferdman has it, gets it to Key Sweater, reverses it, Castrovinci, back to Ferdman. Ferdman lost the ball, but she's still going to shoot the three anyway. Three ball's no good. Rebound by Castrovinci. Oh, a quick whistle there for the officials, but it's going to be Highlander ball off the held ball. Jump ball called. So Highlanders will keep possession as it's going to be Ferdman inbounding for the Highlanders. Ferdman thought about going to the corner. It's going to be a long pass to Deepa Squall. Tripp bit the long pass, and Palizzi's going to go back to her. Ferdman's going to get it. She's going to go to her left, spins to her right, gets it back to Palizzi. Palizzi, mid-range J, no good, short, as the rebound is taken by Sanaya Allen. Sanaya Allen dribbles, and she gets it back to Precious O. O's going to bring it up. Lost the dribble, and Key Sweater is going to save it from going out of bounds, and another turnover and great defensive effort for Chelsea Key Sweater. 6:07 to go, third quarter, 20-4 in favor of the Highlanders. Key Sweater has it on the left side, back up top Palizzi, back to the right side for Ferdman. Right corner Key Sweater. Back to Ferdman. Ferdman thought about the three, goes to Palizzi on the left. Palizzi has all the time in the world. She goes back to Castrovinci in the middle, to Key Sweater, back up top Ferdman. Ferdman thought about the three, puts it down, goes to her left. Now it's Deepa Squall on the left side. Gets inside to, I believe that's Ferdman in there. Oh, it's going to be Palizzi, lays it up, no good. Rebound is taken, and it's going to be a jump ball called as Palizzi had a hand in there with Sohaila Allen. And it's going to be Hillside ball off the possession arrow, 5:38 to go, third quarter. As Precious O is going to get the ball and bring it up for Hillside. O is going to try to go coast to coast, dumps it off to Allen. Allen layup is good. 20-6, 5:23 to go. Highlanders out in front by 14. Hillside quickly slowly but surely coming back into this game. But it might be too little too late. As Ferdman gets it in the right corner, drives to her left, pulls it back out. Now she goes back up top, Key Sweater. Back to the right side, Ferdman. Bounce pass inside Castrovinci. Into a cutting Palizzi. Palizzi puts it down, layup. Palizzi no good. Rebound tip controlled by Tripp. And she is going to get it to Precious O to bring the ball up for Hillside.
We're just not being patient enough. In the first half, we were really patient, passing the ball around. And it seems like we're kind of rushing the ball. Don't you think, Aaron?
I do, and I think that they're not running their offense the way that I think head coach Chris Eckert would like them to, as Castrovinci soars in for the rebound, and Deepa Squall dives on it to secure it. But I think, yeah, they just have to play their game and take what the defense gives them. When they do that, they succeed in, like you said, in the first half. So it's going to be Key Sweater with the ball on the left side. Brings it back to the top, now gets it to Palizzi on the left wing. Inside Castrovinci, bounce past Deepa Squall. Deepa Squall is going to be called for the travel as she took a step before putting the ball on the floor. And it's going to be Carly Pfeiffer and Jillian Abbey checking into the game here for the Highlanders. 4:14 to go, 20-6, third quarter. Once again, coming up after this, we have the boys varsity squad taking on the New Providence varsity squad in their Super Saturday matchup, as it's going to be a turnover on Hillside, and it's going to be Highlander ball. Another turnover on the offensive end for Hillside, as Pfeiffer's going to give it to Palizzi to bring the ball up.
Like we keep saying, just incredibly sloppy basketball. Maybe if they would clean this up, they'd have just a little bit more points, but they're careless with the ball.
Ferdman layup is good off a strong drive to the inside from the corner, and that's going to extend their lead back up to 16 with 3:42 to go in the third quarter, 22-6. O's got it, picked up by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer staying with her, and Ferdman's going to get called for the foul.
Foul number 4, Mia Ferdman, that's her third.
That's going to be Ferdman's third personal foul, first team foul of the quarter for the Highlanders.
Guys, when Price checking back in for the comment. Chelsea Key Sweater back in for the Highlanders.
So Key Sweater comes back in, and Weston comes back in for Hillside as Sanaya Allen sits down. Weston has it up top. She's going to try to get it to O, and it's going to end up in Scruggs' hands as that ball is tipped, almost stolen by Pfeiffer, as Tripp gets a mid-range J off and gets it to go. 22-8 now with 3:17 to go in the third quarter.
That was a really lucky shot. It looks like she just threw the ball up and just prayed and hoped it went in.
Great pass from Polizzi inside to Abby, and she missed the layup. But what a pass by Polizzi there. Kept her head up the whole time as Abby missed the layup off a great feed. It's going to be O bringing the ball up here for... Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't see the call. It's going to be a foul called on number 21, Sarah Castrovinci. I believe that's her second.
Foul number 21, Sarah Castrovinci. That's her second.
2:53 to go in this third quarter with O shooting 2 free throws from the stripe.
Team third foul.
O misses the first one. Next one coming here for Precious O. And that one's good, so it's going to be 22-9, 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Highlanders out in front. Polizzi's going to get it. She's double teamed. She's going to go back to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to do a long pass to Keysweater up court, and she's going to get it back to Polizzi, and they're going to slow things down. They're going to get it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to go back to Polizzi. Wild pass, almost stolen. Polizzi gets it back. Bounce pass to Keysweater. Keysweater cross court to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer thought about a three, gets it inside Castrovinci. Castrovinci puts it on the deck, puts it up. No good, but a foul. So the foul is committed on Sarah Castrovinci. She's going to shoot 2 from the line. 2:28 to go, third quarter. Foul's going to be charged against number 24, Shuhayla Allen, as Castrovinci's going to shoot 2. First one's good for Sarah Castrovinci, as she's been their number 1 free throw. I think she gets to the line the most out of anyone on that team.
Yeah, because she just drives into the paint and she attracts fouls. Like, that's just the name of the game, and that's what they have to keep doing.
It's also on rebounds, too.
Yes.
As she makes both from the free throw line, and Tripp's going to pull this back out. She's going to go to Weston. Weston's going to be picked up by Keysweater. Keysweater's going to try to go for the steal, pull her hands back. It's going to be Precious O on the top right side. O's trying to make a move on Pfeiffer. And Pfeiffer's going to get called for the foul here, as she was holding O while she was trying to drive in. So first foul on Pfeiffer. 4th team foul here for the Highlanders with 2 minutes to go. So the Highlanders might find themselves, the Hillside Comets might find themselves in a bonus situation if one more foul is committed. And there it is on Chelsea Keysweater as she was reaching in on number 14, Weston.
Foul number 22, Chelsea Keysweater.
So Weston's going to shoot 2 from the line here now as Hillside is in the bonus after 5 fouls for the Highlanders.
For Weston shooting 2.
First free throw for Weston is good. So 24-10, Highlanders are up 14 with 2:02 to go in the third quarter. Super sloppy defense this quarter from the Highlanders as they reach the bonus. They have to be careful now because it's free. It's a free opportunity at one point every time that they shoot a free throw. So they get 2 opportunities every time there's a foul. They can't foul anymore.
Yeah, just careless basketball now. We thought that we had a controllable lead at the half, and now that it looks like they're scoring a lot more points and they're starting to sort of make a comeback,
as
playing defense.
Polizzi broke number 3 Tripp's ankles. It's going to be Keysweater for 3. Her 3 ball, no good. Rebound's going to be out of bounds, but it's going to be foul's going to be called on Polizzi. The refs today are calling a lot of fouls. I don't think that one personally was a foul. I think she was trying to make a play on the basketball. But Hillside, again, is in the bonus, so they're going to shoot 2. It's going to be Precious O at the line with a chance to cut this lead even more. First free throw from the line for O is no good as Ferdman checks back into the game here for Keysweater. No substitutions for the Hillside Comets this quarter, or sorry, this time I should say, this trip to the line, as O's second is good from the line. So 24-12, 1:39 to go. Highlanders are down to a 12-point lead here as There's a minute 35 to go in this third quarter. Polizzi, long pass to a wide open Ferdman. Takes her 2 steps and lays it up and in for 2. Great eyes from Kira Polizzi as she finds the wide open Ferdman underneath for 2. So it's going to be O bringing the ball up here for the Comets as she gets it to Weston. Weston 3 is good after a turn and heave shot for Kamora Weston. With a minute 10 seconds to go, it's 26-15 in favor of the Highlanders. And it's going to be Ferdman's fouled by Kamora Weston with a minute and 5 seconds to go in this quarter. So 26-15, that's only the second team foul on Hillside. So it's going to be a side out here for the Highlanders. Pfeiffer's going to inbound it. She's going to get it into Polizzi in the backcourt. It's going to be the left side for Ferdman. Ferdman's going to dribble it up. She's going to get it to the right side, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to swing. Near corner for Polizzi. Ferdman thought about a 3, pulls it back, gets it to Pfeiffer. Almost batted away, but Polizzi's going to control it. It's going to be down low for Abby, who's checked into the game. And it's going to be, Abby's going to fall on it. It's going to be a quick whistle for a held ball. And it's going to be Highlander balls. Maria Di Pasquale checks back into the game here for the Highlanders. And Abby will sit down.
With 43.7 seconds left in this third quarter, we could see a lot of plays made that could impact the rest of this game.
I agree, and I think if you let Hillside get a few more buckets here, you got to expect them to be right back in this thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're only down 11 now after being down 17 at the half as they get the ball inside to Castrovinci. Castrovinci back up top Ferdman. Ferdman 3 rattles around and drops for Mia Ferdman as she extends the lead to 29-15 with 22 seconds to go in the third quarter as O brings the ball up for the Comets. It's going to be Scruggs back up top O. O 3 is no good short, and that's going to be a fight for the rebound. It's going to be controlled by Ferdman, but Ferdman's going to be fouled by O as she went flying in for the steal. So with 13.8 seconds to go, it's 29-15 in favor of the Highlanders. I apologize, that's 13 seconds to go in this third quarter. As Keysweater comes back in and Pfeiffer will sit down. It's going to be Castrovinci, Polizzi, Keysweater, Ferdman, and Di Pasquale out there to round out this quarter. Keysweater's going to get the ball and bring it up herself. She's going to go back to Polizzi.
5 seconds.
Clock's down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Shot is good if it goes, and it's good at the buzzer for 3 for Chelsea Keysweater at the horn. What a shot from the corner as she laces the 3 ball to extend the lead at the buzzer going into the fourth, 32-15 with the fourth quarter still to play. What a shot from Chelsea Keysweater, and a great pass to find her.
Great pass, great shot opportunity, great shot, and what a reaction by the Highlander fans and players.
So a huge turn of events there as looked like Hillside was getting themselves back into this game as they only had 2 points at the half. They've scored 13 in that quarter. But the Highlanders are now back out in front by a large margin, and now they just have to keep this lead consistent, and I think they're going to have no problem winning this game.
If they keep this pace up, we'll have this game in our pockets, no problem.
So in just a moment, we are going to get set to start the fourth quarter, and we'll be right back when that starts. Welcome back to Highlander basketball as we are just about set to get underway with the fourth quarter after a great shot from the corner for 3 at the buzzer by Chelsea Keysweater to get her on the scoring books, by the way. She hadn't made, actually I apologize, she had that layup, so she's up to 5 points in this game. So 8 minutes left in this game as the Highlanders have a 32-15 advantage over the Hillside Comets. And it's going to be Comet ball coming into this quarter. They're going to be inbounding it on our near sideline. going to be Weston, Tripp, O, Allen, and Scruggs out there for Hillside. Weston's going to inbound it to Scruggs in the backcourt. It's going to be the left side for Tripp. Tripp's going to go to the corner for O. O's going to drive to her left, mid-range J, no good, short, rebound is tipped, but DePasquale was out of bounds, but she saved it, so it's going to be Hillside ball underneath the basket. Weston's going to be the inbounder here as her count has started. She's got to get the ball in here to avoid a 5 seconds, and that's going to be a great defense by the Highlanders as they cause a 5-second turnover, and that's going to be the Highlander ball. So it all worked out in the end after the missed rebound there for the Highlanders. And Castrovinci's going to inbound it to Polizzi, who's going to bring the ball up for the Highlanders. She's going to go back to Keysweater on the other side. It's going to go back to Polizzi. Keysweater's going to get it across herself with a dribble. It's going to be the left corner for Ferdman. Ferdman's going to get it back up top, and now Polizzi's going to have it. It's going to be Ferdman. Ferdman's going to weave it up. Now they're going to go to Polizzi. It's going to be inside for DePasquale. DePasquale's going to put it down. Layup for DePasquale, no good. Tipped, and Castrovinci's going to get the rebound. She's going to pull it back out herself with her dribble, and she's going to swing it to the corner for Keysweater. Keysweater's going to reverse it. Back up top, Polizzi. Right side, Ferdman. Ferdman thought about the three, goes to Polizzi. Polizzi thought about the three, and she's going to go back to Ferdman in the corner. Thought about it again, and she's going to be called for the travel after a simple jab step. As Hillside's going to call timeout here. What do you think about that? That was an interesting call as she was really using a jab step there.
That was nowhere near a travel. She took 2 jab steps, and then she called a timeout.
And what's weird about it is you had the official closest to us, which we're on the opposite side of the court from where that took place, where the officials closest to us, or the official that was closest to us, make that call when there was an official right near there.
I don't think that she should have made that call. I think it should have been the call of the ref that was closer to those jab steps, because from my angle I really couldn't see it, but from what I heard it was only a couple jab steps and nothing more than that.
I had a clear view on it myself, and it was just a pump fake with a jab step. Her other foot never left the ground. But 7:06 to go, 32-15. Highlanders out in front in this fourth quarter. So just like I said, just over 7 minutes to go here in the game as the Highlanders have a commanding lead over the Hillside Comets. The Hillside Comets have 3 timeouts left and the Highlanders only 4. No fouls so far this quarter as we're just about set to come out of this timeout that was called by the Hillside head coach, Janiyah Sims.
Speaking about comments, what are your comments on this quarter so far?
In the minute that I've seen, obviously I disagree with that call, and I think that would have led to a bucket. She did bait her defender on that second pump fake, but so there's not much to say right now. No points scored, but not a minute gone by yet. So we'll see how it is by the end of this game. Hopefully we still come out on top with the win. So Weston's going to inbound it to Scruggs in the backcourt. 7:06 to go, 32-15. Highlanders are out in front. As Scruggs brings it up, she's going to be met by Polizzi. Weston's going to get it. It's going to be in the corner for O. It's going to be poked away by Ferdman from behind as Keysweater's going to get in trouble. She's going to lose the ball. She's going to get it back. Keysweater's going to get it up to Ferdman. Ferdman wide open lane. Layup is good. No good with the left hand. I apologize. Missed the lefty layup as that ball is going to be out when Tripp touched it. So it's going to be Highlander ball. 6:39 to go, 32-15. Another missed layup for the Highlanders, which can't happen, especially when you're that wide open.
That was wide open, but just a little too much on it, bounced off the backboard, and there's nothing you can really do about that.
Tough shot for Castrovinci is no good as she kind of threw that one up there. No foul called as O's going to bring the ball up. Castrovinci's hustling to get back as O's going to drive, and she's going to be fouled as DePasquale had her hand straight up. So I'm not sure I agree with that call either. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how the officials work. They could be giving Hillside a little bit more because they're down so big, with the score being 32-15 with 6:25 to go in the game. But it's not fair to our players, I believe.
If, yeah, like you just said, it's not fair to our players because we're getting fouls called on us that we're not committing.
So Erickson's going to come in here for number 23, Maria DePasquale. as I believe we're going to get to a point where Eckert's going to pull his starters as O makes the free throw.
Both free throws.
Both free throws. Polizzi's going to get it back. She's going to be double teamed. She's going to get to Key Sweater. She's going to get the ball across half court. Going to go back to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to have it up top, directing traffic. Right side for Erickson. Erickson pump fake. Gets it back up top. Key Sweater. Left side Polizzi. Polizzi thought about going to the corner for Ferdman. Does. Ferdman 3 from the corner. No good long. Rebound for Precious as she's going to bring it up herself. Oh, coast to coast. Stops short for the floater and knocks it down. 32-19 in favor of the Highlanders. 5:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Polizzi's going to get it back. Now it's going to go to Key Sweater. Key Sweater's going to go right back to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to have a wide open lane. Takes it herself, and she's fouled going to the hoop on the shot attempt. So she's going to shoot 2 free throws with a chance to extend this lead to 34-19.
That foul could have easily been preventable, but we'll take it.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a 2-on-1 situation for Hillside. They definitely could have just played that straight up and maybe still altered the shot. But knowing Polizzi is one of our best players, they didn't want to take that chance. And having committed no fouls this quarter, that's not a bad foul. 32-19, 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. First free throw for Polizzi is no good. As Scruggs is back with no one with her, as Erickson's going to back up to match. Second one for Polizzi rattles in off the backboard and the rim, and O's going to bring it up with Tripp not expecting the pass. She gets it anyway. Now it's going to be in the corner for Weston. Weston's going to drive, try to put up the layup. She lost it as Allen tips it back out to O. O's going to shoot the 3 ball. It's going to be good for O as she is by far the leading scorer here, 33-22. It's an 11-point game with 5:19 to go, in this game. Castorici's going to get it. She's going to go to Key Sweater on the right side. Key Sweater in the corner for Erickson. Erickson thought about the shot. It's going to be swung around to Ferdman. Ferdman's going to go back up top to Polizzi. Polizzi's going to drive mid-range J for Polizzi. Is good on the stop-and-go jumper for Kira Polizzi. A great shot there for Polizzi with 5 minutes to go in this game. 35-22 Highlanders.
Yeah, just an amazing shot with just a wide-open look there.
And another foul is going to be called
on number 5, Sophia Erickson, I believe.
Yep, foul's going to be charged against number 5, Sophia Erickson. Second personal, second team foul of the quarter.
Second team foul.
As the inbound's going to be stolen by Key Sweater. Another steal for Key Sweater as Kira Polizzi is going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. A long outlet to Sophia Erickson. Erickson puts it up. Not going to go as the ball's tipped out of bounds by Castrovinci. It's going to be controlled by the Hillside Comets. Good effort there by Erickson. Could not get it to go. Great defense by the Comets there. 4:43 to go in this game. 35-22 in favor of the Highlanders as O gets it.
Coming out of half, it really looks like the Comets have had a lot better defense than what they've had in previous quarters.
And it's going to be a timeout called by the Hillside Comets here with 4:34 to go.
30-second timeout for the Comets. 30 seconds.
35-22 in favor of GL. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with you. But yeah, I'd like to go back to your point. Since the half, they've come out swinging. And this, obviously, they're getting the ball to their best player. That's going to be number 1, Precious O. But yeah, it's a lot different when I think GL got comfortable. I think they got comfortable with their lead. They didn't come out as intense. And now now it's a little bit of a game still. I think you get another 2 minutes down the road, and I don't think it'll be, quite as important if we can maintain this lead.
Yeah, if we maintain this lead that we have right now, I think we'll be set for the rest of the game, and we'll take home a W.
So 4:34 to go, 35-22 in favor of the Highlanders. It's going to be Hillside ball on the far sideline as Weston's going to inbound to Scruggs. So another steal for Key Sweater off the inbound as there's a lazy pass, but still, I think that's her 5th steal of this game as Polizzi crosses over, goes to the middle, back up top, Key Sweater, puts it down on the floor. Donahue has it. Thought about the shot, gets it back up top, Key Sweater, right side, Polizzi.
Key Sweater.
That's going to be inside to Castrovinci, to the corner for Ferdman. Ferdman thought about the 3, goes back up top, Polizzi. Left side, Key Sweater. Left side to Donahue. She's stuck, and they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Highlander ball here with 4:09 to go in the game, 35-22.
In this game, Key Sweater is looking like an absolute defensive menace. Going back to the first game that me and Aaron ever did together, she was really good on defense. So I'm glad to see that it's carried on towards the season.
Sanaya Allen's going to check back in here for Weston, and DePasquale is going to check back in here for Donahue as Eckert's leaving his starters out there. 4:05 to go in this game, 35-22 in favor of the Highlanders. Polizzi has it on the right side. Picked up by Allen. Cross court to cutting Ferdman. Ferdman layup is no good. A lot of contact. She hit the deck really hard. Hopefully she's okay. As O is going to bring the ball up here for the Comets. O drives in on Key Sweater, meets Castrovinci. Great defense there by the Highlanders. And it's going to be another jump ball as it's going to be controlled by Hillside due to the possession arrow. 3:40 to go, 35-22. No scoring since the timeout for either team. A lot of good looks for the Highlanders, but not able to capitalize as Allen's going to take the ball out underneath the hoop. She gets it into Scruggs as Scruggs falls down, and that's going to be a travel as she fell with the ball. So 3:39 to go, 35-22, Highlanders out in front. Polizzi goes back to Key Sweater. Hillside still in their press. They're going to use a three-man break. They're going to get it to Polizzi on the left side. That's from Castrovinci, and she's going to dribble all the way to the hoop. Layup. So two different foul calls there by the officials, but the offensive foul against Maria DePasquale is going to be the one.
Polizzi is down
that
and
is
she
called.
is grabbing her knee. She landed very awkwardly on her knee earlier, so we'll just hope that she's all right to keep going in this game.
So yeah, like you said, Polizzi's down, and she's coming off a ACL surgery on her left, an ACL injury on her left knee. So we're hoping that she's going to be okay. We'll stay with you here as the athletic trainer, Todd Hirsch, helps Polizzi up.
She looks like she's really down, like she's really hurt.
We're actually going to step away here for the injury. We will be right back when play continues. So we are going to join you again from coming off of the injury for Polizzi as she was grabbing her right knee, which is the one that did not have the surgery, but a new injury for Polizzi there as she looks frustrated. She did walk off the court under her own power, as you guys probably saw, but we are hoping for a good result here from Polizzi. Hopefully she gets checked out and she's okay, but she looks really frustrated on the other end of the bench, hoping that it's not another ACL injury on her other knee. So the Highlanders are going to drop back here. 3:24 to go in the game as Scruggs brings the ball up, met by Pfeiffer. Weston's going to have it. It's going to be an offensive 3 seconds called against the Hillside Comets, and that's going to be a turnover again with 3:16 to go in this ball game, 35-22 in favor of the Highlanders. Castrovinci's going to bring the ball up here. Gets it to the corner, looking to get it somewhere. Goes back up top, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, mid-range J, is no good. And that ball's saved by DePasquale. Goes right to Sanaya Allen, and it's going to be picked up by Tripp. Threw it to Scruggs, who wasn't ready for it, and they lost that ball out of bounds. It's going to be Highlander ball with 2:56 to go, 35-22 in this game. A huge loss for the Highlanders, if that is a serious injury for Polizzi. as I believe her parents are going over to check on her now. Three ball for Kieswetter is in and out, no good, but as O gets the rebound, and she's going to push for Hillside. Layup for O is no good, but a foul. She's going to shoot 2, and I think you can hear it in the crowd that the mood has gotten significantly more tense since that injury occurred.
Yeah, the injuries really impacted a lot of things in this game because as GL loses one of their top playmakers, we could hopefully just keep up the pace with everybody else.
So Lily Sandholm's going to get her first minutes of the game as Ava Feinberg checks in with her. Huge cheer there for Ava Feinberg from the student section. 35-23 as the first free throw was good for Precious O. 2:30 to go in this game.
I also heard some Lily chants too. I'm assuming it's some of her sophomore friends.
Yep, so it's a long inbound. Kieswetter controls it. Precious made both free throws, so 35-24, 2:25 to go in this game. Bounce pass inside for Sandholm. Sandholm right off the bench, lays it up, doesn't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and it's swatted around, and it's going to be white ball. It's going to be Comet ball. 35-24 with 2:16 to go. Precious has the ball. She's going to swing it to the left side. It's going to be a 3 for Scruggs, and that's going to be good for Yasmin Scruggs with 2:04 to go. And this is now a game again. It's 35-27. And that ball is going to be deflected out of bounds by Scruggs. It's going to stay a Highlander ball. And Coach Chris Eckert's going to call a full timeout here with 1:57 seconds to go. It's 35-27. Highlanders have an 8-point lead with just under 2 minutes to go. So we're going to see what happens with the Polizzi injury, and we will update you when we can. We're going to step away for the timeout. We will be right back. Welcome back to Highlander basketball. We are coming out of a full timeout called by head coach Chris Eckert as we're waiting for the Hillside Comet players to step onto the floor. It's 35-27 in favor of the Highlanders with 1:57 seconds to go. It's now an 8-point game. The Hillside Comets have managed to get themselves back into it with just under 2 minutes to go. So Castrovinci's going to inbound to Kieswetter as she's going to have a 2-on-1 situation with Ferdman, and she's going to be fouled going to the hoop. Sanaya Allen got her hand in there and hit Kieswetter on the arm. So only 3 seconds gone by, but Kieswetter is going to shoot 2 from the line here. In crunch time, these free throws are very important.
Yeah, especially in the last 2 minutes of a game. And it being an 8-point game, it's really close. Now a 9-point game.
As Kieswetter knocks the first one down, like you alluded to, very important in a close game to make your free throws, especially when you're given the opportunity. And another thing to note is Governor Livingston is at 4 fouls, so one more on Governor Livingston will be the bonus for the Hillside Comets.
Kieswetter misses the second free throw.
Precious O dumps it into Sanaya Allen, and she's going to be fouled from behind as another foul called against the Highlanders, and that's going to be 5. So she's going to shoot 2 free throws. 36-27, 1:46 to go in this ball game.
Looks like Hillside's going to try to play a fast-paced offense because, like you said, with 1:46 left, it's crunch time.
And it's going to be Allen making the first one, so it's now back down to a 6-point game here. As she misses the second, rebound is controlled by Abby, and Kieswetter has it. They're going to go to Castrovinci. Castrovinci can get it over herself. She won't. She's going to go back to Kieswetter, who gets it over. Kieswetter dribbles down to the baseline. She's going to bring it all the way around. She's going to go to Furman on the left side. Furman's going to kick it back out. Castrovinci Castrovinci has time. Highlanders should chew the clock here. Minute 23 to go. Ferdman's picked up by Scruggs. And Tripp is in there too. They get it inside Castrovinci. She lost the ball, and Scruggs is going to come up with it. And Scruggs traveled. It's a huge travel call late in the game here with a minute 12 seconds to go. And Highlanders will keep the ball here after all of that. And the Highlanders also have the possession arrow on any held balls. So Hillside is in the bonus, down 6 with a minute 12 seconds to go, as Castrovinci needs to get this ball in to anyone here as she gets it into Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer dribbles it up top, minute 6 seconds to go in the game. Pfeiffer still has it. A lot of contact. She gets it to Keysweater. And Keysweater is going to be fouled by Kimura Weston's going to commit the foul. That's her 4th foul. So Castrovinci's going to inbound the ball again. We're just under a minute, 59.6 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter as the Highlanders have a 6-point lead. Hillside has come back late in this game to make this interesting. Ferdman's going to drive, and she's going to get caught for the travel as she stopped and didn't go up with the layup. So 3 steps there for Ferdman. It's going to be 49 seconds to go, 36-28. Hillside bringing the ball up. It's going to be Precious O. O looking to go coast to coast. Makes her move on Keysweater. Goes to the hoop. Floater is no good. And it's controlled by Abby, and she's going to be fouled from behind as there was a push there. So the 4th team foul there for Hillside. So team 4th.
Full timeout for the Comets. Full timeout.
And head coach Jania Sims is going to call timeout here for the Hillside Comets. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll be right back after that timeout. Welcome back, guys, to Governor Livingston basketball as we have a 6-point game here in the girls varsity game on Super Saturday here at Governor Livingston High School. It's 39 seconds to go. Governor Livingston 36, Hillside 28. Hillside has 1 timeout. Governor Livingston still has 3. And Hillside is in the bonus. And we do have an injured Kira Polizzi who cannot come back into this game, which doesn't appear to be a good thing here for the Highlanders as Castrovinci has to get this ball in. Gets it into Ferdman. Ferdman back to Castrovinci. And she's going to be fouled by number 2, Scruggs. And now that's going to be bonus free throws. We're going to be shooting free throws here as Castrovinci's going to have a chance to add 2 points to this lead with 35 seconds to go and a 6-point lead for the Highlanders. Coming up, we have the boys varsity basketball taking on New Providence High School and their Super Saturday matchup. And the stands are starting to be filled in here as Castrovinci misses the first one. But that's going to be a very intense game against one of their arch rivals. So 35 seconds to go, 36-28. Both teams are in the bonus. As you might have just seen someone dressed as Jesus Christ run by, so amen to that. As she misses both of them, and it's going to be rebounded and controlled by Precious O.
I like that joke. I like that joke a lot.
And Tripp's going to put up a wild shot. No good. Rebound Scruggs. Gets it to Allen. Allen layup is good. Bounces around and drops. 21 seconds to go. 36-28 or 36-30. It's a 6-point game with 21 seconds to go in the 4th quarter here at GL. And we have a timeout called by Hillside after the made basket. So they are out of timeouts with 21 seconds to go in a 6-point game here at Governor Livingston High School. Both teams are in the bonus, so both teams will shoot 2 free throws anytime there's a foul committed. And Chris Eckert is going to stick with his same 5 here. It's going to be Castrovinci, Keysweater, Pfeiffer, Abbey, and Ferdman out there for Governor Livingston. And the same 5 for Hillside. Castrovinci is going to inbound. She has the ability to run baseline. Castrovinci trying to get it into Pfeiffer. She does. And it's going to be a foul called, I believe, against number 14, Kimora Weston. Kimora Weston, I apologize. That's her 5th foul, so she is disqualified from this game due to fouls. And we're going to see the first minutes here for number 10, Alicia M. We were not given last names for 2 players because we were told they would be too hard to pronounce. And I didn't want to butcher them, so the coach told me, you get the initial and I'll rock with it. So Alicia M. checks into the game here, number 10 for Hillside, as Weston is fouled out. 2 free throws coming here for Carly Pfeiffer with a chance to, I believe, ice this game right here from the free throw line. If she knocks both of them down, that would not give Hillside another good opportunity without timeouts. But she misses the first. Hillside not having a timeout is going to be big here down the stretch. We're going to see how they manage that clock on the defensive end of the ball. A huge opportunity for an offensive rebound here. She misses this one as Pfeiffer puts it up, misses both, and GL secures the rebound. Ferdman has it. Goes to the corner for Keysweater. Goes back up top for Ferdman. Goes cross court to Castrovinci. Castrovinci's fouled by Precious O with 11.3 seconds to go. And I think 2 free throws here would officially end this game and make it a 3-score game at best for Hillside to come back, and I just don't see that happening.
I don't even think that they're going to get one score. It's 36-30 with 11.3 seconds left unless they drive down, score.
As Castrovinci makes the first, and that should just about ice it here. GL has to be careful not to foul, and because that is 2 free shots at the line. Castrovinci's second coming now. Missed it, 37-30, 10 seconds to go in this game. As Scruggs is going to get it, put up the 3, it's going to be no good, and the Highlanders hang on. Despite the injury from Kira Polizzi, they're going to hang on and win this game. 37-30 in favor of the Highlanders is your final score here from the Blue Gym and the girls varsity game, and that is going to do it for us. We will update you during the boys broadcast of the injury to Kira Polizzi, and we will be, it will be a separate live stream for, sorry, I'm trying to talk over the PA. It's going to be a separate live stream for the boys game, so we'll be right back with that live stream. And thank you for watching this edition of GLTV and our production of girls varsity basketball. Thank you.